a whole different topic. When we have dreams, it's crazy how we can change our consciousness is now like focused in that, and this waking world is not like even a thing to us. Or like then when I wake up from the dream, I'm not like in that place anymore. Like, what is that?
Dreams are really wonderful in so many ways. There are so many things that we want to talk to you about the value of your awareness of the dream state. Most important is that you're seeing with your eyes closed. You're translating vibration into that sound and image. That's important to know, because that explains to you in the easiest way that we can what the vortex is like, what that reality is like that is in the process of becoming. What you think and how you feel about it is what is creating for you what most would call real life. But dream state is created in exactly the same way. Your dreams are evidence of how you're trending. So if your dream is full of things you want, know that you're trending that way. If it has things in it you don't want, know that you're trending that way. It's just evidence. It's like an advanced announcement of what you're in the process of creating. What you're actually questioning here is not just the dream state, but all of it. It's like, what is consciousness? Why do we think the way we think? And why do things turn out the way they do? And we want to simplify all of that question that's in your mind with just the word focus. It's just about focus. But in order to feel what we mean when we say focus, you have to accept that you are you for sure, but you are a non-physical consciousness that this you is a part of, an extension of. And for you to really understand who you are, you have to understand that there is a blending of two. And what's happening to you doesn't happen to everyone as vividly as it is happening to you, and not as early in one's experience as it is happening to you. But you are sensing the wholeness of who you are. And so sometimes you're seeing this world from that vantage point, and sometimes from this vantage point. And the key, what you're really looking for, is to bridge the two, to blend the two, to accept the reality of that, and then let that part of you do the explaining of what this is. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Life isn't what most people think that it is. The reason that you're here in this physical body is to enjoy the new ideas that keep happening to you. That's why the idea of acting is so appealing to you, because at very deep levels you understand that it is only about defining and choosing and calibrating and then living. And in the same way that someone could get an idea for a TV series and pick the characters and line everything up and present it to the world in that way, that's exactly what you're doing as a deliberate creator here in this physical body. And so you can create as big or as small or as broad or as deep, as much as you want. You get to choose all of the aspects of it. And you have been. You've made more choices than you know. If you were to write and produce and act in a television series or a movie series of the way you would like to present yourself to the world, what is it? Where does it take place? How big is it? Is it full of prosperity? Is it full of deep knowing? Do you help the underprivileged? In other words, what is it that you feel like if you could write the script for your life experience that you are reaching for?
For my life?
Yeah, if you were writing the script, which you are, we're combining who we know you to be with the interests that you've already defined that you want. And we're just asking you to just sort of lay it out there as simply as you can. And then we're going to give you a read on it.
Okay. Well, I would want like I said, like the acting goals, and from that to inspire.
Who is this character that is you in this scenario? A teacher? No? What
No.
then? An influencer?
I don't know.
A happy person?
Yes, a happy person.
A happy person being happy because...
I think, yeah, a happy person being happy, being silly, not taking things too seriously.
Yeah.
Being weird in
Yes.
a great way, synchronicities.
Yes.
And I would want for my life to, with what I do, to also inspire people, inspire young
To understand
kids.
the same.
Yeah.
You see, well, what you just described is what, from a soul perspective, you know life is. You articulated it perfectly, exactly as you knew it was when you made the decision to come. And somehow you haven't lost sight of that. It's still vivid within your experience. So it's translating out into, you want to be an actor that portrays some of that. But we're just saying to you, you're tuned in to who you really are. And that's what you want to keep hold of. There's nothing serious going on here. People make it serious, but there's nothing serious going on. And life is supposed to be really fun, and you're supposed to get what you want, and it's supposed to come easily to you. And if it's other than that, it's because you've been reading some other script.
Yeah, for sure.
Something more?
I don't know.
Right now, it feels easy to you. And it's our desire that it continues to feel easy to you.
Yeah, that's my desire too. I like that feeling.
Yeah. The easier
Yeah.
it feels, the easier it is.
Yeah.
It's not complicated.
Okay.
Enough?
Thank you. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. It's easy to believe, isn't it?
So I have another question that
We have to be very brief about this.
about dreams. So I have a recurring dream for a long, long time about flying. And I wanted to ask you a little bit more about that.
Well, what that is, when you dream, your dream is a manifestation of how you've been trending and how you're feeling. So those flying dreams are really good indicators of the freedom that you're feeling. It's almost always, and it certainly is in this case, an indication of your connection to your source and your conscious awareness of it. After Esther met us, she flew around the golf course every night. She'd slip out the window and just fly around that golf course. She never got very far away from Jerry, but she flew all around the golf course. And it was because it was a newfound freedom. It was like a whole new world to explore. It's a very good indicator of how you're trending vibrationally.
Thank you.
We've enjoyed this day more than any that has been before. We're out on the leading edge together, and tomorrow is certain to knock your socks off. There's no homework tonight. The most important thing that we want you to take away from everything that we've talked about here today is that it's easier than anyone has been letting it be. This isn't complicated or hard. Your worthiness is not in question. It's just about relaxing and accepting and letting the well-being flow to you in the way that you deserve it. There is great love here for you. And for now, we are complete.